Hey guys, it's Kira with another Fringe recap. So I'm sorry this is like really super late because like I missed it on Thursday and then Friday I watched it like after school and then I had to like go out to dinner and then Saturday I went to see Day Night. Very good movie by the way. It was very funny. Sorry, I just like love Tina Fey. Okay, anyway, so yesterday I was really busy and then today I had to like go for a jog and then do homework and so here I am now, so doing the recap, and I don't know why, but I think my eyes look like really big today. I don't know why, but it's kind of creepy. So, yeah, I thought the episode was like really awesome. I think it was a lot better than Peter. I mean, Peter was good, but this was like, it was awesome, but it made me really mad, cause like, I thought she was gonna tell Peter or something, and then she like said well, I shouldn't be spoiling it anyway, but yeah, so it made me a little upset, but it was still really good. So, yeah, and also I have some, like, really suckish news, okay? Anna Torv and Mark Valley split up. Like, I'm not kidding you. Isn't that so depressing? I was like, because, I feel so bad, like, for Anna and, well, I mean, Mark too, but still, like, they were so cute together, and then now, like, they weren't even together for that long, like, maybe, like, 2 years or something, but I feel kind of weird talking about it on YouTube, because then my other, like, the AnnaTorv.com person was like, I feel like it's my obligation to respect her privacy, so, I don't know, maybe it is mine too, I don't know. I just want to, yeah, so, if you're watching this, Anna, and you're probably not, we love you, like, this much, and you can't even, yeah, you're awesome. So, also on Twitter, if you want to show your love for Anna, do the hashtag We Love You Anna, like all in one tag. So, yeah, that's enough jabber from me. Okay, so this is season 2, episode 16, Olivia in the lab with the revolver. Okay, so like, this man and this woman are at this cafe. Oh, sorry. By the way, I forgot one more thing. I have my Fringe Wiki written recap thingy again, because I didn't have it last week, but someone else wrote it, so it's a little less detailed, but it's good enough. Okay, so this girl and this guy are at this cafe having lunch, and like she's talking to him, writing down stuff. She looks like lawyer office person, and then he looks like really, really sick and like shaky and really creepy. By the way, the blonde woman at the cafe who is talking to the guy is Diane Kruger, aka Joshua Jackson's girlfriend for like a long time. But yeah, she plays Miranda Green. Unfortunately, it was a short part. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so they're sitting at the cafe and like he's like, oh, I didn't contact you for money or something like that. And she's like, oh, I know. He's like, just, we went to school together. And he's like, I was wondering if you remember any classmates, and then she's kind of like, no, oh wait, I remember, Lloyd Becker used to chase me around on the playground or bug me or something. He's like, I remember him, and then he's like, oh, okay, so she writes down the name and stuff, and, so he's like, thank you, and then he touches her wrist like this, and then, like, it flashes, she's like, she's in her car, she's driving, like, talking to her friend, like, back at the office, because she's heading back to the office, she's like, I don't know what she's talking about, but anyway, so she's talking to her friend, and then, like, she says bye, and then suddenly she's like, ow, and she looks at her wrist, and there's, like, these big, like, really gross, like, tumor lesion thingies, like, bubbling on her, they're not bubbling, but they look like bubbles of skin or something, it's so gross, and she's like, what? And she's, like, freaking out, but then all of a sudden she's like, ah, and she, like, lays down on her steering wheel, and, like, then she gets up and they're like on her neck, like all over. I'm sorry, this part is so disgusting. Like, I know Fringe is gross, but this was really gross. And like she kept going like on her steering wheel, and then like the light went green, and this guy like honking behind her like, come on, lady, yeah. So finally he gets out of his car and like goes to the window, and she's just like this, and you can't see her face, like kind of shaking a little bit. And he's like, hello, miss, are you okay? And then so she turns to him, she's like, through the window, wait, the full effect, and stuff, and like, Like, she has all the tumors are, like, all over her face and, like, her neck and her arms and, like, everything. And it's so scary. And, yeah, then it goes to the theme song. So, I think that's the grossest part that's over. There's some other pretty gross parts in this episode, too. So, anyway, so, like, Olivia's, like, trying to sleep, but she can't, and it's, like, 5:18 in the morning, and so she gets up, and then she goes to the bowling alley, remember, where Sam Weiss is and stuff, who helped her, like, when she got back from the alternate universe and whatever, she helped, like, recollect herself and everything. So she goes to Sam Weiss, sorry, okay, and he's, like, working on one of the boyas. She's like, I've been experiencing things, you were right, or something, and then, she's like, I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping. He's like, well, that's not from the alternate universe, that's because it's from your work. You have to make a lot of important decisions, sometimes life or death. I'm sure you're just worried about stuff and whatever. She's like, I didn't make a mistake, I'm keeping a secret, which is obviously that Peter's from an alternate universe. Hello, OMG. So, yeah, so she's keeping the secret, and that's why she can't sleep. And so, okay, so then she has to get called to Rhode Island, because that's where, Miranda Green was, the blonde tumor lady. And, sorry, reading the recap. Okay, so, at the Providence Morgue in Rhode Island, she's an attorney, and her name is Miranda Green, obviously. So then there's this guy who's, like, a doctor, and then he's like, Walter Bishop, OMG! Well, he doesn't say OMG, but, you know, he's like, oh, you were my student at Harvard or something, and he's like, oh, you were a great man, you inspired me to become a doctor, and here I am, and he's like, your father is a great man, I never thought I'd get the chance to see him again, and all this stuff, and he's all excited, but then, so, he thinks that, Miranda died of a virus and stuff, but Walter thinks she had malignant tumors, like cancer, but those are only beneath the skin and not on the skin, so it's kind of, like, weird, and then, but then Walter, like, gets a black light, and they turn off all the lights, and then, like, he puts the black light over her skin, and they're, like, all the tumors are either, like, yellow, and, like, all these creepy neon colors, and I love neon, but it's creepy seeing it on skin, you know, yeah, so, yeah, and then he's like, well, if we're able to detect where she got the cancer passed on or something like that, then then it will show in a more intense color. So he's flashing it, and then here, like, on her wrist and stuff, there's, like, all this red, and then they realize that it's, like, a handprint. They're like, is that a handprint? And he's saying, and then the doctor's like, are you saying that, he's like, you're claiming the impossible, you're saying that someone passed on cancer by touching them. And then Walter says this really, really awesome, like, Fringe-tastic line, and it's like, well, once you open your mind to the impossibilities, you can find the truth. Isn't that awesome? That's, like, so awesome. Sorry. Okay, I just thought that was a good line. And then it's like, bah! And then the commercial break, yada yada. Okay, so they're back at the lab and, like, stirring stuff and whatnot, and, then, Walter has to cut off, Miranda's arm, which is really creepy, so they put on the mask, and then, sorry. And then, they start, like, cutting off the arm, and he uses the saw that he says this one funny line, he's like, you know, I forgot. But it's something to do with, like, taffy, like, I don't know, but, yeah, okay. So, Dunham and Peter, they're going to, Miranda's office, and they're talking with, her boss and stuff, and she was part of this big, like, suit against Intrapis Pharmaceuticals. That sounds really familiar. I don't know if they mentioned Fringe before, but probably. And, then they look at her calendar, and it says there's a lunch appointment with Neil Wilson at a cafe an hour before her death. So then, they're suspicious now, so they're probably gonna go to that cafe. And then this scene, after, just, like, totally, like, made my heart, like, die. And I'll tell you in part 2. Okay, bye!